Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here on Peter Fifen, of course, but welcome for some college football. We probably do every Saturday. I don't have the hat on, but you will see the next few weeks when I bring him. I am a super Texas A&M fan, super college football fan of them, so this is going to be very Homer-like. A&M has beaten Arkansas the last 9 years, trying to make it a decade of Arkansas losses to A&M. They're up by 14. It's 2nd and 10. Diving forward, and the Aggies sack them. Boyd never got there, and it was Franks who got hit by an Aggie. And it's interesting. Arkansas has been driving this ball down the field as it was almost fumbled, and he dove on it. But there was an instance where the tight end caught the ball and got hit by one of our guys. One of our guys got penalized for a hit to the head. And since it was also a hit to the helmet, hey, Josh, what's going on? Since it was also a hit to the helmet, he's out for this game, and for next week's game I'll have on live in the first half against South Carolina. Penalty flag on the field. Arkansas Boyd running for the first down marker. Never got there. Flag still on the field. Pushed out by one of our guys. And it's 28-14, good guys, Texas A&M. And offensive holding call against the Razorbacks. So they'll mark them 10 yards back again. They're in the red zone right now, down by 14. This team also hasn't beat A&M in 9 years. So the A&M Aggies trying to make it 10 years. So 3rd and 21 for Arkansas. 11:31 left in the third quarter. Also, Josh, just so you know, you're not rooting for Arkansas or any other team that plays A&M in these streams. This is just a Texas A&M stream through and through. Shotgun snap. Franks looks to the sideline. Now he'll motion. Tight end back there. A&M moves their big linebacker to the side, then backs up. They're moving people in there, and now Arkansas has to call a timeout because they couldn't hear anything here in College Station, Kyle Field, where A&M plays. It's raucous. They are just – the white towels are raising. Everyone's standing. It's 28-14, Arkansas timeout. Yeah, so next week I'll have a live stream. I will definitely be on time on that live stream. I won't have any homework, and I won't have to deal with how do I get the game, because this is only an SEC network, which I only have on my Apple Fire Stick, not regular cable TV. So next week should be easier, and that'll be against South Carolina. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Yeah, you probably won't be able to watch. You won't be able to watch this game. But if the games are on NBC, I mean, I know in Canada you can't really watch any of those games. But I'm thinking maybe if it's like NBC, ABC, even in America, they'll show some, because college football is big, so big in America, it kind of spreads to some other stuff. But yeah, on Monday I'll have a live stream of every Saturday I'll have Texas A&M live streams. Oh, you only have ESPN. Oh, then there will be college football on ESPN. I don't know if okay. There will be college football on ESPN. I don't know if you've got ESPN or ESPN2. Sometime down the line you'll be able to watch Texas A&M. At some point. I don't know. It might actually be next week. They might be playing on ESPN next week. I will, obviously, living in Vancouver. I will let you know if Texas A&M plays on NBC, on ESPN. I will let you know. I'm not sure of that.
Nice try, Kevin. I don't care about posts and likes. I mean, who am I like? Missed a spot. He always does. So my advice, stop looking for advice. And if you want to grab a snack, grab a snack. I'm hungry.
Texas A&M leading attendance, which is a good and bad thing. In college football, they have in all of college football the 24% capacity, 24,391 people here in the great Kyle Field College Station. Oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll let you know. I don't know when it will be. It's funny for college football, unlike the NFL, they don't schedule when and where. When and what channel they're going to be on until like 2 days before the game. So like I'll know Thursday or Friday. Shotgun snap for the Razorbacks. 3rd and 21. He throws the screen. Frank gets him down to the 20, down to the 22, to the 18-yard line. And it's 4th downs. We'll see if they go for it. No, definitely not. Too long. So the Aggies, they force a field goal, which is awesome. Gig 'em. Oh yeah, if you hear me say gig 'em at one point in this show, I am from New Jersey, as you know, North Jersey. But as I told you, I like A&M as a college football team, and the Texas slang for go get 'em for A&M is gig 'em. A field goal made by Reed, so it's 28-17 now. Texas A&M will get the ball back with 10:22 left in quarter number 3. Nice, good job, guys. Good job, Josh. If you wonder, because I like college football and I talk about like the SEC and Southern teams, I've never been to Texas. Not from there at any means. I just like their college football team. No, that's awesome, man, that you're 3-1. And the first win of the year was an overtime winner by you, which is really cool.
It really is unique, Stitch, that in 2020 you have to get adjusted to a crowd being involved in the stadium. I mean, how active do you have to be when there's what we say, 20-something% of the overall capacity? Just the fact that this place is actually full. But if there's ever a fan,
It's amazing. There's still a lot of fans in this building, and it's not even full capacity. It's only 20 capacity. This has the much of like an NHL stadium. There's 24,000 people in this building right now, excluding the football players. Oh, that's awesome, man. How does overtime work? How does overtime work, bro? Does that is that just 5 minutes of 3-on-3 like the NHL? Good to know. Spiller will take it off the first down, and that'll go for about 5 yards for the Aggies. Yeah, Texas A&M is the Aggies. So anything, I'll be very excited when they do something really good. So you'll know. But right now we've got the ball at about the 30-yard line. Hand off to Spiller. He goes nowhere. Spiller is taken down for a loss, and it's 3rd and long for A&M. He's done a great job this season at a key spot for the Razorback defense because they spent so much time trying to control the run game. You see Spiller limping off the field. And what is that significant difference, Josh? What's the difference? Kellen Mond in the shotgun. Mon for A&M throws over the middle. Got a first down. He got it. He got him right there, just past the 35 to the 36 to Jones. And the Aggies move the chains. Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting, but that works. Wow, what a win by Michigan State. I'm just looking. Michigan State upset Michigan 27-24. Obviously, Indiana beat the hometown team, like hometown around me, and Rutgers. They went to Piscataway, New Jersey, and beat them. Here's Kellen Mond. The pitch, handoff, past the 40 to the 41-yard line. Aggies at the Texas A&M 41, trying to move up the throat of Arkansas. Arkansas 2-2, a decent record. A&M 3-1, and also 8th in the country, trying to move up the ranks. They're the third best team in the SEC in their conference, and the second best team in their division behind second-ranked Alabama. And they have already played Alabama as well, losing to them in week 2. So there's a throw over the middle. Got Jones again at the 50 and then slides over to the 49. Josh, for team names, just so you know, Texas A&M is the Aggies, and Arkansas are the Razorbacks. Also, for Goalhorns, I thought about it. I won't be playing Goalhorns. I will be playing their, alma mater fight songs. Here's Mond. Fakes the handoff, steps in the pocket, throws over the middle. He's got a man to the 25. And slides over to the 23 of the Razorbacks, Arkansas territory. It's Lane. Just a throw over the middle. Lane was wide open. Oh, awesome. That's unbelievable, man. 1 point in every single game, at least. You, I would assume, is transcending into one of the best players on your team. They didn't even know you, and now your team definitely has your utmost respect, their utmost respect for you. Smith gets a toss, and he gets maybe a yard, probably nothing. He loses a yard, actually. It's 2nd and 11. On, I believe, the Arkansas 23. Yeah, we're on Arkansas's 23-yard line right now. It's 2nd and 11. 24, actually. Here's Mon looking. He got a man to the sideline. About 2 yards short of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 2. Lane with another catch. A&M leads by 11. Nice. Nice. End zone is fully in sight for our guys. Pick the handoff. Mond rushed and blitz, throws. Touchdown, Aggies! Weidermeyer. And A&M goes up more. Just found them in the back of the end zone after Kellen Mond got absolutely drilled by Monahan. And the kick is good. A&M is up 35-17 with 5:22 to go in the third. And just like that, Kellen Mond has the most touchdown passes in Texas A&M history, passing my college football idol, Johnny Manziel, for the most in A&M Aggie franchise college history. They went up another touchdown, too, which is really great because in college football, it's not just win. You want to win by a lot or make sure that you can beat teams that or play teams that are better than you good because every week you get ranked and you want to get up high in the rankings, and every team wants to be top 4 because the top 4 teams go to the college football playoff at the end of the year. Those are the only teams that are allowed to compete for a national championship. Number 1 plays number 4. Number 3 plays number 2. The winner of 3-2 plays the winner of number 1 and 4 in the national championship game. So you have your regular season, and you also have your conference championship after as well. So they've already played Alabama. So Alabama's in the SEC West, which is the division, and yeah, the 2 divisions in each conference. So you got the West and the East, and the North and the South and Northern conferences. We got the West and the East. So the team that has the best record out of no matter what it doesn't matter what what you're ranked in the nation, but the best record in the West plays the best record in the East. Now, A&M already lost to Alabama, but Alabama has, but it's still possible because it's the only loss. So if Alabama can lose 2 more times. If A&M doesn't lose at all the rest of the year, it's a tall task, but there's no one better that we would play than them. If A&M plays 9,999 total passing yards for Kellen Mond, but anyway, as I was saying, if A&M doesn't lose another game this year and Alabama loses 2, A&M would then win the SEC West and play either like Georgia or Florida, and the more wins that they would have, the more they would get through their conference, the better chance they would be to be in a top 4 state to try to contend for the national championship. It's still far away because they did lose to Alabama, but it's not far because this team is really good. It's the A&M team. Also, they're coached by a coach who's already won it before. He won it with Florida State, Jimbo Fisher. That ball will fly out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Arkansas is going to get the ball at their 25. Whoa! They're showing highlights. There was a fight between Florida and Missouri, who are both in their division, both in the SEC, same conference as A&M, but a different division. So you don't play those teams a lot. Although we did play Florida earlier in the year and we trounced them.
Between the Tigers and the Gators, and that wasn't just like everybody's talking either. That was aggressive in the middle of the field with some punches being thrown.
Arkansas needs something. Handoff, no, faked it to the quarterback. He'll take a run to the 30, dove down and didn't even get there. He goes at the 29, and it'll be second down as the Aggie defense was good to hit Franks, but an Aggie shaken up, and he'll trot over to the bench. And that was Neal, who's still limping a little bit, number 9, one of the leaders of their defense. He'll stay out there, though. 2nd and 6. Man-to-man coverage. Onto the side, Franks gives the handoff, and it'll go for a first down to the 38-yard line. It's Boyd again. He's been just power back eye. They keep on pushing him that way. He's the guy. He's the guy that'll do that. A handoff to Boyd by the sideline again. For about 3 yards, it'll be 2nd and 7. You excited, Josh? You excited for tomorrow's game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore? That's going to be a really, really good game. Felipe Franks, the senior quarterback for the Razorbacks, And he fakes the handoff, rushed, guy on his back, tipped and deflected by an Aggie. It'll be third down. Knox was a guy looking for, and Jones made a play. A few other defenders were there as well. And it'll be third down for Arkansas on, I believe, their 38. Yeah, the guy that's supposed to go first overall next year, who I told you was positive for the pandemic last stream, he was out for this game. He's out for next game too. Off the hands of Henry, who was the one who got drilled in the head earlier before the stream started. And it's fourth down with 3:45 to go in the third. The Razorbacks will punt. High snap, and then it'll be punted down the field. It's going to get to about the 23, return at the 25, get to the 30, and it'll be brought down at the 31. Gang tackled as well. He had a few Razorbacks that just pushed him. A little more talking, but now A&M will get back to their bench with 3:32 to go, and now a penalty flag gets thrown after the extracurricular. See what that's on after they go to commercial. Also, Texas 6 Oklahoma State in overtime in Oklahoma.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Aflac program. Tell me, what does Aflac do? Aflac pays you money directly to help with unexpected medical bills. And does Aflac health insurance?
No, but it can help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
That's right. Are there any questions? Yes. Can I get one of those cool blue blazers? You know I can't play favorites. All right, let's talk coverage. It's go time. Can't help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Aflac is an official sponsor of the SEC.
All right, still waiting for us to come back.
Gear up for fall. Academy Sports and Outdoors. That was awesome. Mom's face.
Introducing Copper Fit Ice, the world's first compression sleeve to include the cooling sensation of menthol and the energizing properties of CoQ10. These microencapsulated ingredients are infused into the compression fabric and are released and absorbed by your movement. The more you move, the more Copper Fit Ice delivers.
I used to feel my knees start to talk to me. It might be ready to retire, and I'm going to keep going a long time longer.
Your support for all-day comfort and fast recovery and relief of sore muscles and achy joints.
I don't work without. I rely on it.
Compression and menthol together in one sleeve.
I have experience.
Still commercial right now, but what is the stupidest rule in hockey? It's not a rule in my opinion, but the action, and this happens in a lot of other sports too, but the action of, especially if you're at game, the official he'll make a ruling and then he'll listen to the lines. Actually, let me wait till commercial because it's kind of I'll let you know when we go back to commercial because it's kind of lengthy and I feel like we'll miss a play. But we'll let you know. And it's not specifically a rule. You can let me know what you think the stupidest rule is. Not specifically a rule, but something that happens that has to do with officiating that bugs me.
Season. They haven't given up any sense protecting Kellen Mond. 1st and 10. Their own 32.
Mon still off the pocket, throws out of bounds where Jones was, but his feet were completely both out of bounds. Also, a good rule, I did explain to you the trapezoid rule. What's that? Is that like the Marty Brodeur rule? Like the goalie can't go out of the trapezoid? Is that exactly what that is? I think. I'm not sure. Also, I did explain it in that crazy, crazy game last week with the University of Indiana and Penn State. But if you catch the ball legally with, you retain possession with one leg, 1 foot in, and then the second foot out. After you put that 1 foot in, that's a good catch. Smith catches it. Oh, that works as a good catch. Also, another crazy rule. There's a rule of targeting. If you hit with the head, if you hit like helmet to helmet, they can call it targeting and throw you out immediately of the game. And the other thing is, if you lose your helmet, unlike the NFL, you're mandatory to have to miss a play. It's weird. Even if you're a starting quarterback. If you're a starting quarterback and you go for a run and you slide and a guy hits you in the head and let's say he's ejected but your helmet falls off, they have to put the backup in for a play. Throws over the middle. Kellen Mond got his man. And then he fumbled the ball. Then it looks like Arkansas has it, but A&M is screaming that the knee was down. Smith had the ball, made a move, fell down, and then the ball came out. Poole knocked it out, and Arkansas recovered, but it looks like the knee was down way before the ball came out. Oh, yeah, I don't like that rule either. I think that's the Brodeur rule. Knee comes – oh, no, this is coming back. This is coming back. Razorbacks are going to get the ball here. Oh, wow, they're giving A&M the ball here. I thought that his body didn't hit the ground first, but I'm very happy A&M's getting the ball. But from what I could see, that I thought it was a turnover. Got to snap the ball before the challenge flag can come out. They go do that, try the running play, get to the 50, get 4 more yards, and get close to the first down marker. A 9-yard gain for Spiller, and it's 2nd and 1. Oh, Cubs re-sign Anthony Rizzo. Okay, that's cool. Baseball free agency is going on now still. So I see some of these ESPN notifications that are popping up. Here is Kellen Mond in the shotgun. 2nd and 2. Gives to Spiller. Spiller went up the gut, and then he changed direction, and now he's down at the 30. He went past the 50 to the 40 to the 30, and Spiller is down, and now he's back up. Good help by Motton on the sideline. And so A&M now at the Arkansas 30. And he's going to stay on the bench, actually, because he's a little bit shaken up on the play. But Spiller made a tremendous amount of moves. Wow, he juked. Oh, my God. He juked one of the Razorbacks, very similar to I will let you know once we get to commercial. He juked one of the Razorback players, kind of, if you've ever seen the video of Pavel Datsyuk deking out Logan Couture, it's just like that. Here's a run back to the 20, and he shakes a tackle, and he's at the 10, and nobody tackled him. Touchdown, Aggies! Texas A&M up north, just clobbering Arkansas right now. 2 Razorbacks ran into each other, and Hussein was able to run through, had all day, and an easy touchdown. You may not find an easier one. Martin and the rest of the A&M Aggies at the sideline congratulating him. The kick is good. It is 42 to 17 A&M with 56 seconds left in the Let's go, Indy. A&M is just taking Auburn, Arkansas to no, Auburn will play at the end of the year. Arkansas to task right now. It's a clinic. But yeah, if you ever remember, if you do remember, it's a highlight play of Pavel Datsyuk, and he just crosses over basically with the deke of Logan Couture. He falls down. That's what Spiller did on the previous run to get to the 30, and then they did another running play, and two Razorbacks just ran into each other, and then there was a chance he's able to just waltz into the end. Yeah, it was just like that. He juked a guy, and then he was able to pull some players with him, fall down to the 30. They tried another running play, and they got a touchdown just like that. The running back play by the Aggies is just incredible. They've been using so many different sets. It has just been an absolute clinic.
I do think, Stens, that the team that is on the field tonight here in College Station had to get adjusted to the 5 players.
And, like, I expected this game to be super close. They are just Arkansas right now. They've just got them on the ropes. And they're pummeling punches. Here's a handoff. Arkansas will get 5 down to the 30. 2nd and 5 for them. Well, Auburn had their largest win against the LSU Tigers this week, 48-11. That's a defending champs, too. A screen wide open across to the 40-yard line as he gets the easy first down, and Auburn moves the chains Arkansas, moves the chains as the Arkansas head coach Burks was able to move. He thought he stopped the clock, and the coach said, no, let's get a play here. You do not stop the clock. Fakes the handoff, pumps it there, evades an A&M tackle, has room, has a chance, will run past the 40 and be knocked out at about the 43-yard line, which will then stop the clock, so Arkansas will have their final play of the third quarter. Now, Ole Miss destroyed Vanderbilt, but Vanderbilt's not that. Ole Miss is a good football club. Quarterback for Arkansas just did some push-ups. I have no idea why, but the clock did stop. So that's the end of the third quarter. There will be no last play. Texas A&M 42, Arkansas 17, end of the third. We're going to the final quarter. A&M trying to wrap this up. Let's go. All right, I will explain what I mean about the officiating. If you ever go to or have a game, specifically an NHL game, a good ref too, like a West McCall, will try to make a call, and it'll be a controversial call. It'll be an offside. They're going to relook at it. A goaltending interference. Specifically, I saw this when I went to a Devils-Penguins game, I think 2 years ago.
With the Capital One Venture card, you earn
Or last year. I don't remember when. 2 years ago. The official will look first to the linesman. The linesmen are not usually near him. And the referee usually has a better vantage point at looking at what happened than the linesman does. But he'll still ask the linesman, and the linesman will give him a call that's kind of stupid. And he'll have to trust the linesman. And then they'll try to call to Toronto. And they'll go back up and say, we're referring it. And then they'll go, it's a coach's challenge. Then they'll go, there's inconclusive evidence, but we have to look at it again. And then they'll go, yeah, it sounds like it's a court case. And then they'll go, we're calling Toronto. And then this will take about 15 to 20 minutes of people who paid to go to a hockey game, 20 minutes of them sitting down, and then eventually they'll look at it again and say, Wait, we have to look at this again. A quick call to Toronto, which will take another 5 minutes. And then they'll go in, and then he'll finally make the call at center ice, and then they'll say, we have to. Then they'll say we have to relook at it again, and we have to go talk to. And the coach will try to make an excuse. This time it'll only take about 2 minutes, but it almost took about like 20 to 25 minutes of looking at one simple goaltending interference call, and the play on the ice probably still stands. It's not a specific call, a penalty call, but I'm sick of that. I do kind of like the restlessness, and I do like the fact that the referees get that you can really hear a lively crowd. You can really hear the cheers and the boos. I like that part, but I don't like the fact that the referees and I also don't like the fact that the referees will consult with the linesman over something they probably didn't see. Because 9 times out of 10, I love linesmen, but 9 times out of 10, linesmen are usually, and I don't mean like a Wes McCauley, but like a guy on the line. Linesmen usually don't have as good of a vantage point in hockey looking at the call that an actual referee does. If that makes any sense. That's my issue.
And now let's take a look at our 15 minutes.
We're back.
Brought to you by Geico. That was Arkansas. They were right back into it. Start out hot in this game. Traylon Burks with the touchdown reception. Kellen Mond answers. Anaya Smith, a man of many talents. Jalen Weidemeyer, who's improved.
Yeah, that was my. Even if it's not clear, oh, what a run! What a run on 2nd and 6. Quarterback Franks took it about 30 yards. Just ran right up midfield. Now Arkansas is in absolute nice territory right now. They got the ball at the 27, and now they got a first down at the 15. Right over to right. And the way, now in the red zone, the way that Arkansas needed the quarter to start, it starts. This is not good, though, for A&M, the handoff. Up the middle, going nowhere. A&M 42, Arkansas 17 with 13:57 left in the fourth. But Arkansas is in the red zone. They are where they need to be. Frank's motioning. Franks will try to push up the middle. He got sacked. And it's 3rd and 10. No, it is not helping the Razorbacks at all. A sack, which creates a 3rd and 10 as he lost a few yards. Here's Franks. He gets drilled over the middle. Touchdown. Burks. It's Burks' second touchdown of the game. It's Burks' second touchdown of the game. Arkansas back in it a little bit. They probably will, but that gives the Razorbacks a little bit of life. Here's the extra point. And it's good. It is good. A&M 42, Arkansas 24. They trail by 18. Yep. A&M's getting the ball back, though, up by 18. Here, I don't think they really need to score more. They just got to control the ball and don't let Arkansas back into it.
Here's the deal. There's no Rogers rate. State Farm just has surprisingly great rates.
Look, I know you don't offer to just anyone, okay?
We do offer to literally anyone.
It's a 3-score game right now. They scored 3 more touchdowns and an extra point, a 2-point conversion on one of those touchdowns.
Choose 4, 5, or 6 figures in any of our famous sauces and chicken finger plate. Oh, yes, Aggies. Order ahead, drop through it.
The comfort of home. It means a lot. Right now, Regions can help you make it even more comfortable. Rates are low, so it's a good time to consider refinancing. A Regions refi.
That's true. That's true.
Monthly payments, or even pay off your mortgage sooner.
That's true, but Atlanta doesn't run the football. This A&M team has been stymieing this. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. I completely forgot. I have not been outside. Most of the day, I've just been inside the house studying for a test and trying to get the Fire Stick ready for this stream. But, yeah, happy Halloween for everybody. Oh, wow, Clemson almost lost, but #1 team in the country. But, yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. And November 1st, tomorrow, there'll be some football. That'll be fun. Again, for the next stream, I'll see you on Monday for the Giants and the Bucks. I'm not really looking forward to that game, but yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. A Halloween stream. Happy Halloween.
Again, we'll see what happens with that fight that happened near halftime. If it has any impact on the Gators next week against the Dogs.
The kickoff to the back of the end zone and out.
Has struggled all night with this Texas A&M Aggie offense led by Kellen.
It was 45 degrees yesterday. I have not left the house. I have no idea how cold it is near me. It might be a little warmer, obviously, since you're up in Canada, but it was 45 yesterday, so I don't know. I will be going outside probably tomorrow, but not – I mean, I'm going back to school, but not really for a specific reason other than I like to exercise. I like to run. So I'll probably put on like sweatshirt, sweatpants, not like this, and go for like a hour and a half, 5-mile run. That'll be a little fun. Here's a handoff over to Spiller. Spiller pushing, and he'll be about 2 yards short from the first down marker, 2nd and 8.
The way the Razorbacks played for the first 4 weeks, 10 interceptions in 4 games.
Arkansas hasn't looked terrible, but they just don't have enough to beat a team, A&M, that just has their number over the last few years. 2nd and 3, actually. It's a 7-yard gain. It was 37 today. Oh, okay. If it was 37 today, then it was probably 45 by me. Here's a handoff. Mon faked it. Spiller lost a ton. He lost about 2, so it'll probably be 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 6 for A&M. They tried the running plays. So now is going to be either as Poole, the big linebacker, made a great play. It's probably a pass over the middle or a screen. It should be noted that Arkansas has already used one of their timeouts. They only have 2 remaining in this half, and A&M has all 3 of theirs still. And A&M just drew Arkansas. Arkansas went over the middle. Gerald, went right over the middle. It's going to be an encroachment call against the Razorbacks. So A&M gets a first down off of a stupid Arkansas penalty. Really? That's very cold for you guys. You must be in a very warm area of Canada, because I I felt 37 sometimes, usually in mid-November, not early November or late October, but I felt 37 sometimes, and it's cold, but once you get into it, it can get warmer if you're running. Here's a handoff, trying to get to the marker, and he could not. It'll be second and short. Spiller, another great play. As Slusher pushes Spiller, try saying that 3 times fast, and it'll be second and short for the Aggies. Yeah, talking about the Auburn game right now. That was a crazy one.
But if you're looking at the way this Texas A&M football team is playing right now, you certainly will have a chance, if not be favored, every game the rest of the way. And if Alabama doesn't lose more than 1 game, A&M doesn't have to play in the SEC championship game. That's a great one. Yeah, I mean, they've already faced.
Here's Mond, handoff right up the middle, penalty flag coming up, and they're going to get the first down if the penalty is not against A&M, and it might be. I think they're saying a hold against the offense. It is. That's never happening unless it's December through March. Oh, then you must live in a super warm area of Canada because we get 37 all the time late November or mid-November. Early March. That's like 21 or 23 for you, I guess, because we don't get negative, but we felt like, yeah, I think the lowest I've ever felt around here is 20. And you have to also remember in New Jersey where I'm, we also get a lot of wind chills, which suck because the 20 feels like 0. That's the handoff to Spiller, and didn't get too much of it. So second and 13, I think, just became third down. So here are the schedule. Here are the schedules. Okay. So they're either playing on ESPN or okay. So next week's either going to be ESPN or SEC Network. Then they play Tennessee, then Ole Miss at home, then LSU, and then they go to Auburn for the final game. So next week's game, Josh, is going to be on ESPN or SEC Network. So if it's on SEC Network, then I go on like the Fubo TV app, and it'll be just like this. But if it's on ESPN, which I'm feeling it will be, you'll be able to watch it on TV. And then they'll play a few other teams. Thrown over the sideline and dropped for Jones. Ezekiah Jones not able to grab it. Aggies will punt. Can't believe Coastal Carolina's ranked. That's unbelievable. I know you can. That's why I say that we'll see. Next week, either SEC Network or ESPN. So I'll let you know once I figure that out. Here's a punt. They blitzed the punt, but he was able to get it up. It's going to be fair caught at about the 29. They'll give him the 24. Burks catches it. They're going to commercial. 9:39 left in the fourth. A&M 42, Arkansas 24.
Daily journey is a short one. Save 50% when you pay per month with Allstate. You pay less when you drive with us.
We do.
You've never been here.
We do get very hot summers and very cold winters. Specifically because that I live on a hill too. So we get some pretty hot summers and some pretty cold winters where I live. Specifically cold winters where it snows and slushes and sometimes it's just cold and no weather effects.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal. Like the amazing iPhone 12 on.
Highest in summer is low 80s. Normally in the summer we get around like 75, but sometimes I've gotten around 90 here. Coldest in winter is mid-30s. Wow, coldest in winter for me is like, I think I got 20 one year, and it's usually around like 23. So people who say, oh, I would never go to Canada, it's too cold. Apparently where you are in Canada is a lot warmer. than where I am, and it's a less up and down than me.
Nice try, Kevin. I don't care about posts and likes. I mean, who am I like? Missed the spot. He always does. So my advice, stop looking for advice. And if you want to grab a snack, grab a snack. I'm crazy.
We're back. Yep. Apparently not. They're showing the runs here for A&M. I gotta ask you, man, now, because it would make sense for southwestern British Columbia to be near that city of Seattle. So, does it rain a lot? Because if you are in southwestern British Columbia, very close to Seattle, and I would assume that it rains a ton. Yes, okay, that's what I assume, because in Seattle it rains a lot, and because I assume you're pretty close to, I assume you're pretty close to Seattle, and the whole dig on Seattle is that it rains a lot. So. It rains sometimes. It doesn't rain a ton. Here's a throw over the 40, down to the 50. From the 30, 20 yards, a close screen. And the only thing that Arkansas has really been able to beat A&M with is these screens that Frank has been able to throw pretty well, too. Yeah, 2 to 3 hours of driving, so I'm not going south like you are, but I mean, for me it would be going southwest, but that's like from me drive to Philadelphia, I think. That drive from you to Seattle, because New York's only like an hour, 45 minutes sometimes on a good day. Frank saying Thomas Frank is bottled up and sacked. It's third down. What a play by the 225, 6'4", gigantic human being at the defensive lineman position, who just pushed the offensive lineman, right into Frank, the quarterback, and it's 3rd and 17. Except I would assume you're just going south, and I'm going southwest. Ooh. Frank throws over the top, and it went off the hands of Woods, off the fingertips, and it's a 3-and-out for the Arkansas. Well, they got a first down, and then it was a 3-and-out for them after that. 8:27 left. They'll be punting back to A&M. Here's the punt. Over 2 linemen. It will bounce after he backed up at about the 7-yard line, and then he'll get about 2 yards and to the 12-yard line. A&M's 12. So they're backed up in their own territory, but they are up by 18. With 8:18 to go, let's see if A&M can move the ball.
Be honest, which one's better? The Roger grade or the Patrick price?
Guys, State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Jake, it's the Roger grade.
When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I prefer HelloFresh over any other meal kit because the variety in these boxes and the quality of the food totally exceeds any other meal kit company I've ever tried. I love it. Use code TV80 for $80 off across 5 boxes, including free shipping on the first box.
Wow. We get a mix. Sometimes it's white snow. Usually it's white snow that turns into slush eventually when it gets rained into. It's like both. It's funny. Here we get white snow that'll turn into brown slush in 2 days. If you go to New York, it takes 2 minutes. And like what people say, there is beautiful white snow in New York City, in Manhattan, but it just turns dirty very quickly. That's crazy. And I'm not talking about the TV. I am talking about your comment. I will be watching some. Oh wow! I will be watching some college football stuff after this stream, but it won't be on live. Won't be live. I will do college football playoff stuff like national championships and some bowl games. They got this playoff thing called a bowl game, which is like the last game of every team if you don't make the national championship. Usually when it's real life, when it's not crazy, like, the pandemic, there'd be all of their fans and all of the college from the college would go to like an undescript place in a stadium somewhere not near the college to go and watch their team play. And you'd win like you'd win like a new trophy, and it's like you won the bowl, you won the Belk Bowl, you won it's named after like companies too. You won the Outback Bowl, whatever that they sponsor. It's just a fun little thing. So I'll be able to stream some of those games probably, and that'll be after my semester's done. And also 10,015 yards for Kellen Mond. And then also I'll do the playoff national championship games. It's really fun, but it'll be interesting to see how that works now that we got this pandemic going on. College football has been very lenient about their fans, so they don't want a lot of fans going, but they'll let fans go to their games at all. They're nowhere close to saying, hey, we're not going to have fans. They're just like, be careful, and, there's a stoppage right over on Spiller, lost a ton. And 2nd and 9 quickly becomes 3rd down. And soon, probably, Arkansas is going to have to call that second timeout. They've got 2. 7-12 left in the 4th quarter. They trail by 18. Good guys would like to get a first down here. That would just really, on 3rd and 13, put a detriment. And A&M's got to watch out, too, because they got their shadow is the end zone. And Mond will give the handoff. There'll be a few yards run, and they only get 5 for Spiller. So 3rd and 13 becomes, I think, 3rd and 8. Arkansas will take their second timeout. They only have 1 with 6:43 to go. So here come the A&M punt team, and this will be the real drive where if Arkansas doesn't do anything here, it's basically game over.
Against teams that throw the football and still have that many tackles in a victory, this gives you an idea of how often they're around the football. That's where I got a pick 6 to pull off. I know I'm going to time out of the half. Those linebackers, they play good ball. And tonight,
Aggie crowd is really getting into it. It's not completely. Also, something interesting to know, I should tell you about. If you ever heard the Seattle 7th man or 12th man, you ever heard the Seattle 12th man? Sorry. Yeah, definitely. The Seattle 12th man comes from Texas A&M, actually. In the late 1920s, Texas A&M ran out of players because a bunch of them were thrown out for some reason. I forget why. They're playing Alabama, actually. And a recently graduated former Texas A&M player who was working as a in the organization was told to put on his gear and go play. And I think he ended up getting a fumble or a sack or a touchdown, something big. And from then on, they called the fans the 12th man because it was a 12th man. And as the 11. And actually, they ended up suing Seattle, but ended up settling with the Seahawks in around 2006 when they made the Super Bowl against Pittsburgh. And they were the original team, actually. So if you hear Texas A&M stuff, you always hear, oh, the 12th man. So that comes from.
And he goes, yeah, might as well put him to good use. I don't know how it ends. It could be exploding, maybe. And that's commercial made the Johnsonville way.
But you're right about those idiotic people with the pandemic. I'm definitely right about that. I'd be very interested in how they do it with the NHL, especially because I want to end up going to a bunch of hockey games next year, but I don't know how that'll work, obviously.
You've spent years dreaming up your business plan, saving every dollar, searching for the right location, and perfecting your product. Auto Owners insures your small business because it isn't small to you.
Plain service to go.
That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
It's Velveeta shells and cheese versus the other guys. Clearly, Velveeta melts premium.
Quite possibly the most beloved man in the natural state. In Arkansas right now, his first-year head coach Sam Pittman, the way he has turned around these Razorbacks at 2-2 on the season, it's fascinating to hear what he said about learning how.
Yeah, I think we'll be able to go to hockey games, but I don't know how it's going to be able to go for, like, even if they're able to go at the start of the year, like who will take precedence? It'll just be the first people to sign a ticket, or it'll be season ticket owners or people that have signed a contract. Like, I don't know how it's going to go.
You certainly wouldn't think that with the way he's turned this program around. His Boyd.
Throwing the Boyd close to the sideline, and he'll get a bunch. It'll be second and short for the Arkansas Razorbacks. He also stops the clock at 6:34, which is, of course, important.
This team is definitely responding. This is a different football team than it was a season ago. We saw a lot. And at least they takes off. Yeah.
And Franks will go out of the pocket and pick up some yards. It'll be first down, Arkansas. You got to respond on second down, and they're finding ways to do that. Yeah, in a few years, this Arkansas team is not going to be fun to play. I'm not getting season tickets. It's way too much money, and I do not have the time. No, I will not get season tickets. I would love to do that, but I'm not getting them. There's a guy I've been talking to who desperately wants to sell me season tickets, and I'm not buying them. Me nor my family do not have the money nor the resources for season tickets. Yeah. And I don't know if you have that much time, but I don't have that much time, specifically because I'm trying to become a broadcaster, and I'm in college. I don't have the time to go like almost every day or 1 day in 3 days to go to a hockey game. I don't have the time, resources, money. No, I'd love to, but I just can't. Give me 1 second. I gotta go throw this out.
He's a breath of fresh air to talk to. So incredibly well respected by his players, and he uses his words wisely too.
Listen, I would love to have season tickets for the Canucks or the Devils and also Detroit, but neither of us live by them. But you just can't. You just can't. And then Frank will take off the quarterback as they actually move down the field. He's at the 28 of Texas A&M. Arkansas is turning in a nice drive in the final 5 minutes of play in this game.
Just trying to keep the body from scratching, go on to advance the football, toughness, effort, things that you expect.
Yep. As do I. I mean, I go to college for most of the year, but I also do work in the summer, but that's not even enough. And hammering it, and he dropped the ball. No, they say incomplete. He threw a screen. The receiver got pummeled by Devin Morris. Now the ball fell out. A&M went for it, but referee immediately signaled, no fumble, no fumble. That's incomplete. So A&M made the big play. Also, Alabama absolutely throttled the team that A&M beat soundly last week, Mississippi State, 41-0. And my dad and my uncle's college football team, Ohio State, is taking it to Penn State, which would be bad for the Nittany Lions. It would make them 0-2 going into. And this is a team that was that could have went for the national championship.
Finding a way to get off the field once again, thanks to Devin Morris covering up Boyd out of the back.
They called a fumble?
And Arkansas.
That was a fumble? Wow. I thought there was just an incomplete pass. They said that was a fumble, or maybe it was just fourth down. I wasn't paying attention. But either way, A&M's got the ball. Here's Kellen Mond, handoff through the middle, pushing for more yards, and then down with 4:18 left. Arkansas has a timeout, one timeout. I think they just used their last. 27,000 now, not 24 in attendance in Kyle Field College Station for the Aggies.
It really is. A lot's changed. The impact the 12th man has, though, it's amazing. We talked about it earlier. These guys, they find ways of fan base to impact games. Gators talked about it. The big defeat there on the field. And the crowd noise can get you offensively, get a little cattywampus sometimes. You can't hear what
Here's Mond, fakes it, and then he gives it off. Loss of yardage actually was a penalty. It stopped the clock, not the timeout, which Arkansas still hasn't used. We'll see when they decide to use that. It's second down and long for A&M.
2011, the last time the Razorbacks knocked off the Aggies, rather, in the Southwest Classic.
In 2011, so it actually was 8 years, not 9 years. Thought it was 9 years already, but
The Aggies have joined the SEC. It has been all Texas A&M.
this will be time number 9 that we've beaten them if A&M can hold on. Here's Mond, the handoff. They'll get a few past the line of scrimmage, and then I think they got the 4 yards back, so it'll be 3rd and 10. As Ashawn was able to get the handoff there, and I think that's the final timeout taken by Arkansas because the ball just got – yeah, they take their final timeout. They've got none left in the half. Jimbo Fisher just yells at some of these A&M offensive players that, I think he just said, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. Put the game away. Like, let's not let them hang around. I get that they're down by 18, but let's just end this. Let's end this game. Let's get this win. Let's go to the locker room, and let's prepare for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Which I would agree with. Also, the second team in the SEC East, which is the other division I told you that A&M doesn't play that much, that would be the final team in that division, and then you could work on just playing all the teams in your division. and taking care of what you have to take care of, and then hoping that that Alabama can lose a few games.
I think that's something offensively that they're going to continue to develop.
But if this is going to continue, if they're going to try to want to win championships, they're going to need to knock off Alabama at some point. But that'll be for next year. 3rd and 13 for Mond. We'll see what he does for this offense. He go first down here. Mond, handoff. Spiller gets nothing. But A&M can waste as much time as they'd like. And again, I got the timeout thing wrong. Arkansas never took their timeout. By skill, what NHL team is like Texas A&M the most? Probably the Predators. Always contending in their division, always finding a way, but just never able to just get over the top, and always finding a way to have great defensive players and a few good offensive guys as well. But they just can't find their way to the top. It just doesn't work to their way. They find ways to lose games, but they still can have that incredible dominance at times. Yeah, I would say they're the most like the Nashville Predators. Also kind of funny, too, because they're in the South. No championships. Actually, they did win a few championships back in, like, the 40s. But no modern championships, just like Nashville. Well, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about with the referee. Referee Wes McCauley, pretty sure that he saw that was a goal, but he wasn't by there. He had to ask the linesman, can we overview this? Can you see that it was a goal? Can we review the play? And he said, no, we can't review it because I never saw the puck go in the net, even though it clearly did. Passed by Franks out to the 49-yard line. And that was a bad positioning by the linesman. Because he wasn't by Murray's skate, was the linesman. For some reason, he never saw that puck, and he called it dead when it never should have been.
I'm going to confess here, guys. I trick-or-treated until I was 21 years old. I was a senior at Rutgers.
Here's Frank. Throws over the middle. Has a guy, and he had his man who literally, just before he got tackled, ran into the umpire, referee, who is picked up by a few Aggies and Razorbacks, and giving a slap on the back, like just, hey, good, you're good. Yeah, that was kind of those type of things. 2nd and 1, 92 seconds left. And here's the run for a first down by Arkansas. That's Boyd who got it. They don't run incredibly fast to the line, but they do hurry up a little bit. If they can score here, we'll see what they do. 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Franks gets a high snap. Franks gets out of there. Waits, throws on the run over the middle to the 21-yard line of Texas A&M. He's got Boyd. Here's Franks in the shotgun. Franks throws over the middle to the tight end. And he's got him as Hansford was down trying to make a tackle. Broadcasters at this point aren't even paying that much attention to the game. They're talking about Halloween candy and stuff. I assume probably didn't get anything. I mean, I had candy that my mom got. Here's Franks, evades a tackle and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. Arkansas scores a touchdown. This Boyd is in the whole world right now. His running style, and it's a fake snap too. Well, the quarterback faked that he was going to throw it for a little bit. Really fooled a lot of these Texas A&M defensive players who are not playing the hardest they could. An extra point will put Arkansas behind by 11, but too little, too late. So the Razorback extra point, and it's good. 42-31, but it would have been nice, of course, if A&M. Rakeem Boyd actually, he was a freshman of A&M, but I guess he started. He left, and now he's in Arkansas playing really well. So he gets the touchdown there.
More than anything, that was a guy who was just so quiet. I mean, it's just a quiet year for him.
Quebec, no question. I do like the rivalry that they used to have between Boston and Hartford, and it was nice that they were in that same division with Montreal and Quebec. But for me, it's Quebec all day.
This was his best performance, far enough. Arkansas moved the football on the ground. They missed some opportunities. There's no doubt. And of course, A&M offense.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Did not get derailed.
42-30 now. A 12-point lead, not an 11-point lead. You would have to see that this would be an Arkansas onside kick, even though it's super late in this game. They're lining up for it, and Arkansas has a timeout, but all A&M needs to do is recover this ball, a few kneel downs, and it'll be on to 4-1 and on to South Carolina next Saturday, which I will stream. Also, Georgia's 5th in the nation. Wow, SEC's really booming this week. Onside kick will go to Aggie, and he'll hold down at the 41-yard line. Carper retains the kick. It took a second off the clock, and now Kellen Mond's going to need 2 more kneel downs because the first kneel down, Arkansas is going to take their final timeout, and then the second kneel down will end it. I believe there's 24 seconds on that. They might need 3 kneel downs, but regardless, it should be enough. Here's the first one. He takes the kneel down, and Arkansas is not even going to call their timeout. They're not even going there. Here come the high fives. Here come the hugs. Yeah, it's true. Here comes all of that. And we are waiting as this clock just takes a tick down. Just wait until it finally becomes official. Jimbo Fisher and the head coach of Arkansas, a meeting with the minds. To the 5-second 4, to the 3, to the 2, to the 1. That's it. Aggies win. The first 4-1 start since 2017 for Texas A&M, as they've sometimes had these undefeated streaks that end up to the hands of Alabama, but they get it here. They finished 7-6 2017. I think I remember that. They ended up losing, had some losing streaks for the last 3-4 seasons, but for the 9th straight season, A&M knocks off Arkansas. 42-30. It was a little bit of a rocky end, but they get the job done. On to South Carolina next week. I will see you on Monday for Monday Night Football between the New York Giants and Tampa Bay. All right. Happy hockey, everybody. Good night.